scale of this project just hits you so big. That's like one little part of it.
Dude, that's like 8 Costco's.
There's like 5,000 people there doing construction on it, and this thing is just standing up, making progress every day. And you stand in the middle of this thing.
And what are you, in a chariot or whatever? Like, how do you even roll up?
You're like in a little ATV.
Oh, okay.
It's like a dirty kind of construction site. But the scale of this thing, and then you kind of go in every room and you look at all the cables, the power, the cooling systems, rack after rack after servers, and it's humongous. They're standing up these like power plants right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, it starts to make our planet look like a software board,
It does. When you see it from the air, I was really struck by that. I was like, this looks like the motherboard of a computer.
Yeah, it looks like the motherboard of a computer. You start to see like how the planets in like a lot of these like sci-fi movies, a lot of them have that R2-D2 look on the outside of them because they've been
covered in data centers.
Yeah, which is kind of wild. Do you know where we're going and you're not telling us? Do you know what's happening?
I don't.
You promise, dude.
I don't know. I mean, I have all my guesses. Like I do guess that a lot of the world gets covered in data centers over time.
Do you really?
But I don't know, because maybe we put them in space. Like maybe we build a big Dyson sphere on the solar system and say, hey, it actually makes no sense to put these on Earth.
Yeah.
I wish I had like more concrete answers for you, but like we're stumbling through this. We maybe, have a little bit higher confidence than the average person but there's so much we don't know yet.
No, that's the craziest thing about you, Sam, and I think this is a compliment somehow, dear God. And it is a compliment. You're like, come with me through the universe, and you're like, people are like, well, what's it like? And you're like, I don't know exactly, and then it's like we're all going. It's like, I don't know. You're just somehow the most like, you're this charming kind of Terminator, it feels like. And I hate to say Terminator, that's a crazy term, but you're this I'm like, okay, I'm curious. You somehow seem so optimistic about it. It adds to my curiosity.
When I was a kid, I assumed that there were always some adults in the room. Someone had a plan. Someone knew everything that was going to happen. Someone had it all figured out. And I sort of think why people like conspiracy theories is it's nice to think that someone's got a plan. It's nice to think someone that, has it all figured out. And then I got a little bit older and I sort of started to suspect there are no adults in the room. People have plans. I have plans, but no one has all the answers. No one knows where it's all going to go. And now that I am the adult in the room, I can say with certainty, no one knows where it's all going to go. Like I'm the guy in the room and I have some guesses and I have some plans and we're working really hard. But we try to always say what we think the possibilities are, what we think is most likely. Often we're right. Sometimes it's in the broader set and sometimes it goes in a totally different direction than anything we thought. And, we keep trying to make progress, figure out more. We try to tell people, not just we try to show people by like deploying these systems and say, hey, you can go use it. Don't just take our word for it. Try it out, see what it can do.
Yeah.
But like I can say with conviction, the world needs a lot more processing power. But if that looks like tiling data centers on Earth, which I think is what it looks like in the short term, in the long term also, or we do go build them in space, I don't know. It sounds cool to try to build them in space, but also really hard.
What about like the environmental effects of those and stuff? Like there's been there's been articles written, and I don't know how much of it is real or not real, right? Because who knows what to believe. But you'd have to think that, it takes water to cool them, right? It takes power to power them.
Yeah.
There's some in like Arizona and Iowa that there's been like repercussions within the environments there in the communities. And a lot of those companies don't have to report those things because it's considered proprietary, What do you think about those fears? Or how do you guys manage that? Like, do you guys talk about that? Do you meet with environmentalists? Like, what does that all look like?
I think we need to get to fusion as fast as possible.
Get to what?
Nuclear fusion. I think that is oh
shit, what is it?
Where you basically knock two small atoms together and it makes a bunch of energy, but no carbon, very clean, doesn't generate, doesn't really harm the environment. And power can become like abundant and pretty limitless on Earth. And we get out of all the current problems we're in.
Are you guys investing in that?
We are. And I think AI can help us figure it out even faster. So that's like if you have to like burn a little bit more gas in the short term, but you figure out, the future of energy with that AI, it's a huge win.
And would you guys sell tickets to that, or what do you think that would be like?
Yeah, I think we would
people are going to watch that shit. I mean, yeah. people go to monster trucks, you don't think they'll roll up to watch those two things hit each other?
The atoms hit each other?
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to watch two atoms hit each other, but maybe with the, somehow we can do it.
Or what if they did like those sperm races where they would put them under those big things or whatever?
I love those sperm races.
Well, they're kind of crazy.
I'm
like, dude, there's enough of that going on.
Look, I think the way, there'll be some way to watch fusion, and it'll be awesome, and it'll be like loud and bright and theatrical, and it'll be making huge amounts of energy. Even if you can't watch the two atoms hit, you'll watch them collectively produce a fireworks.
But we're going to need that. You think if we're going to get to,
I think so.
If we're going to get to AGI or if we're going to get to superintelligence, do we need that?
I bet we can get there without it, but to provide it at the scale that humanity will demand it, I think we do need it. Because people, the desire to use this stuff, people are just going to want more and more and more. And eventually, like the two things that I think matter most, the two kind of critical inputs are intelligence and energy.